Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Real News Talk today with Pastor Robert. It's Tuesday live, Tuesday morning, and it is 8:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm coming to you live from the studio of RCTV Network, and we're going to connect live to the Palm Beach County Courthouse in just one moment. Just one moment. Go ahead and let somebody know that we're on the air. Let them know right now. All right, here we are. Welcome to a new Real News Talk today. Come on and share this with somebody. We're going to get logged in there to the Palm Beach County Courthouse in just a moment. This is Pastor Robert Carpenter II, and I'm excited about what's getting ready to happen here this morning. Woo, come on, tell a neighbor, tell a friend. Tell somebody, come on and tell somebody. Bless his name. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens today. By the way, the Lord is good. The Lord is good. And his mercy endures forever. All right. We're getting it logged in here now to the Palm Beach County Courthouse, where we will be watching the hearing from Anthony Pelt, and Tim Hill, who's being represented by Arnold Williams, Claudius C. Pratt, and L. Martin Wright, and the Attorney Golden, live there from the Palm Beach County Courthouse. I know we're getting it all checked in here. There we go. There we go. Praise the Lord. There we go. All right. Just stand by. All right. Harris should be starting in about 4 minutes. So we'll be right there live. Come on, give me some likes, give me some love here. Share this right now. You know somebody that's in the Church of God. Go ahead and tell them. Tune in right now. Tune in. You want to see. Remember now, the plaintiffs in this are Arnold Williams, Claudius C. Pratt, L. Martin Wright, representing Bishop Anthony Pelt, and Bishop Timothy Wright. So we want to let you all know that. Be sure to make that clear. They are the plaintiffs, and the members from Fifth Street Church of God, the former officers who were excommunicated from the church, they are the defendants. Yes. Stand by. All right. One moment. One moment here, one moment. Okay. We got everything. All right. One moment here. All right, one moment. All right, we're just waiting here now for the host to let us in. All right. Connecting. Okay. Here we go. Wait. Let's find it. All right.
Max, do you know this by any chance? And if not, we can get set up.
I don't think we are, as far as my recollection. Definitely nothing in the near term.
Yes, no, I thought we had some kind of trial order, but I don't see it in my.
How close are you to figuring this out?
Very close.
All right. Yeah, I won't disturb it, but if very close means like what, like a week or two?
It's a matter of maybe today. We're on the same terms. We're waiting for confirmation that a third party is going to play ball.
Okay. All right. If you can't figure it out in the next 3 weeks, then I'm going to issue a trial order for sometime in probably March. Okay. All right. It's a 2021 case. We're going in 2023, so it's about time. Okay.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
All right. So what I'll do is I'm going to wait about 3 weeks. And if I don't see a notice of settlement, I'm going to issue a trial order. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen. Have a great day.
Your Honor,
thank you. You too.
For the sake of the court record, we've got this pending motion to continue. Should we just submit an order granting and then saying what it'll be reset?
Yes, and in that order, what you can do is set for case management conference in 3 weeks also. And that's when I'll issue the trial order. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so motion continues granted. I'll take no action on your summary judgment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day. First Protective Insurance Company, Vincenzo Sesto, Maria Sesto.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Wilson for the plaintiffs.
Good morning, Your Honor. Natalia Lopez on behalf of the defendant, First Protective Insurance Company.
All right, we're hearing your motion to compel inspection.
Yes, Your Honor. May I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, this lawsuit arises from a claim for property damage allegedly caused by a plumbing leak. During this litigation, our client had a general contractor inspect the property in order to estimate the repairs. Subsequently, it became known that the majority of repairs relate to a couple of floor cracks to the continuous flooring at the plaintiff's property. And now First Protective needs an expert to inspect the property in order to determine whether those cracks are related to the alleged leak, so First Protective can address the scope of damages at issue. We attempted to coordinate an inspection with plaintiff's counsel, but plaintiff's counsel categorically refused to allow a second inspection. And copies of our communications with plaintiff's counsel are attached to our motion. Plaintiff's counsel's position is not supported by the applicable rules of civil procedure. The Florida rules of discovery are very, very broad, and there's nothing in the Florida rules of civil procedure that prevents us from re-inspecting the property in order to determine the cause of the alleged loss, which is those additional crack tiles. Rule 1.350A3 of the Florida Rules of Civil Procedure states that any party may request any other party to permit entry upon designated land or other property in the possession or control of the party upon whom the request is served for the purpose of inspection and measuring, surveying, photographing, testing, or sampling the property or any designated object. Rule 1.280B of the Florida Rules of Civil Procedure states that unless otherwise limited by order of the court, parties may obtain discovery regarding any matter not privileged that is relevant to the subject matter of the pending action, whether it relates to the claim or defense of the party seeking discovery or the claim or defense of any other party. Notably, the Florida Rules of Civil Procedure do not limit the number of inspections a party may conduct in a lawsuit. Rule 1.
All right, let me hear from the opposing counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. This claim was reported back on December 19th of 2020. The insurance company sent out a independent or field adjuster on December 30th of 2020 to conduct an inspection. Suit was filed in February of 2021. At some point after suit was filed, the defendant sent out a general contractor, by their own admission, an expert, to conduct an inspection. An inspection took place post-suit, and the defendant knew about the damages to the property well in advance of the suit being filed. The Ms. Sesto is undergoing, cancer treatments, and she recently had knee surgery, and they feel they've more than complied with the policy and the law in allowing 2 prior inspections, including one post-suit by a general contractor expert to conduct an inspection. In their motion, they say they want limited to a contractor, engineer, or roofer. Well, it's a shower panel, so they don't need a roofer. They've already had a general contractor come out, and they have not said who they want to come out to conduct this inspection. I can't see where an engineer would be needed after a general contractor has already conducted an inspection. So the insurance feel they've more than complied with the policy, and like counsel stated, that these rule 1.350 and 1.280 don't limit the number, but we feel 2 inspections are plenty to assess this claim and go to trial on this.
All right, the request for inspection is granted. Must occur in the next 21 days. Give me a moment here. I'm looking through your case file. When are you set for trial?
Yes, counter calls on May 26th of 2023.
May 26th?
Yes.
And what's outstanding right now as far as discovery?
I
think we've completed our written discovery. The depositions have been taken. And our discovery cutoff is not until April 26th of 2023.
All right. Now, as far as this inspection, is that going to be done by an expert?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I take it that's the person you're using for this case, right? You're not
Right.
going to have that expert come in, inspect, and asking for another expert to come in and inspect later because you don't like this expert anymore.
No, Your Honor, no.
And is it just one expert, or how many experts are there?
There's one expert that needs to inspect to determine the causation of those cracks.
All right. Are they going to photograph, videotape? What are they doing?
I'm not certain, Your Honor.
All right. I'll allow plaintiff to videotape as well. Give me another moment. Okay. All right. Now things look good. So we're progressing. One of the things that's not on your trial order that I want to bring to your attention now is that I'm requiring jury instructions be attached to the pretrial stipulation. Failure to attach jury instructions and verdict form of pretrial stipulation. The court may interpret that to mean the parties waive their request for jury trial. And when we show up for trial that first day, since I don't have them in my hand, we'll just call up the first witness. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Please send me a proposed order on the inspection. Again, with one expert doing the inspection, and Mr. Wilson's allowed to have that videotaped as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Joseph Vieira and Lynn Demchuk Vieira versus Lake Worth.
Morning, Judge. Daniel Lustig. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm here on behalf of the plaintiffs, Mr. and Mrs. Vieira, the minor.
Where's the city?
She may be muted.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Oneida Del Toro. I'm a co-reporter on this case.
Good morning. So where's the city? Good morning. How are you?
Gutitis was here a second ago.
Oh, she's muted. She's
You mean
Katie Goditis. Yeah, sorry. Katie Goditis on behalf of the city of Lake Worth.
all right. When are we set for trial?
We're set for trial in March of 2023, Your Honor. At least that's the calendar time period. We just appeared in this case recently. We immediately started conducting discovery. We propounded several requests to produce that were 5 to 10 requests per request to make sure that if there was an issue, I could bring it up on motion calendar as opposed to waiting on a special set. Counsel requested an extension for discovery. She hasn't provided me a date in which they're going to comply with my request. And then my issue here, Judge, is that prior to my appearance, there was a motion to compel that was heard back in August of 2022. And prior counsel tried to get an agreed order entered based on the result of the hearing where the city would produce the records that were identified in their exhibit list. And that order, for some reason, was never agreed to between my predecessor counsel and the city. It was never entered by the court, and we still don't have that order.
What was the date of that hearing?
It was August. 1 second. It was August 16th, 2022.
August 16th of 2022.
Yeah, and an agreed order was sent by predecessor counsel. I guess he didn't hear back from the defendants, or there was no agreement as to the order. So we would like to get that entered, and we would like a timeline for the city to comply and to produce documents. And we also filed, because of the discovery, we filed a motion for extension of time as it relates to the deadlines pertaining to the filing of the witness list and exhibit list that was supposed to be within 60 days from calendar call. And that's because obviously we don't have the records and we don't know who knows what to be able to depose these people and be ready for trial.
All right.
So that's where we are.
Response?
Yeah, so right before council came on board, I was going back and forth with Mr. Berkowitz, and a lot of the documents I think had already been provided, and that was the issue. But we had agreed that, you know, I would provide them, but I think we were just going through which document specifically to put in the order, and then new counsel, Mr. Lustig, came on board. And then I think some of the requests in the new RFPs also cover some of the same documents. And I think the due date was right before Thanksgiving. I asked for 20 days, but I said I would start giving him the documents on a rolling basis. And then the next day was Thanksgiving last week. So I don't mind working with him and just getting on the phone and saying, hey, I can give you these, like start giving you these by Friday, but we asked for 20 days. So I think that would make it December 12th, if I'm not mistaken, for our extension for the RFPs. Because some of them we've already provided. So I would just, put the Bates numbers that we've already provided them. And if he doesn't have them in his possession, I can refer him. I can, resend them to him.
So I'll ask the parties to work together. If you come in front of me and start asking to compel stuff, my timelines can be pretty intense. Like I'll start compiling stuff in 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. I start having follow And so this is one of the cases where I'm inclined to start micromanaging a lot unless all the stuff gets done very, very quick. And so if there's this outstanding order, why don't you submit that to me in the next 48 hours?
Okay.
As far as the motion for extensions of time, I'll grant all those extensions until the end of this month. I'm sorry, we're at the end of the month. I'll give you until December 15th for everything to be in. Your calendar call is for March. That's not going to change. As far as any depositions, how many are outstanding?
We requested a total of either 3 or 4 depositions, Your Honor, and they requested 3 depositions. So I think it's about between 6 and 7. The issue with that is that the timeline is about February for those depositions, and that's too close to trial. We should be able to get those depositions done sometime, hopefully early, and get them set.
Who's getting deposed? Are they lay witnesses? Are they experts?
So they're going to depose our expert, and then we're going to depose the public representative of the city, and we're going to depose the 2 individuals who will sign a settlement agreement. This case involves a settlement agreement that was reached, a breach of settlement agreement that was reached with a police officer that was shot on duty, and there was a significant negotiation of this agreement, and there's some significant claims of breach of that agreement.
Is your expert someone who's what kind of expert?
He's an economist, and he's going to testify as to the value of insurance that was in the agreement that was not, and benefits that were not provided to our client pursuant to that agreement as it pertains.
Is he local or is he out of state?
He's local.
Wonderful. All right. Any reason why I can't compel all these depositions to be done in the next 45 days? I know it's a lot of work, but 45 days takes us into January, and you set for calendar call in March. All right. All depositions be concluded in the next 45 days.
Your Honor, just to let you know why the case has taken so long, is we had 2 similar cases going on simultaneously with this one, and they both were up on appeal. So we had a federal case going on and also a similar state case. So,
well, wonderful. Those have already concluded then.
The 4th is still pending, yes, but
the trial level is concluded.
Yes.
Oh, so
that's why now, yes, that was the reasoning, and then we had some health issues to deal with. But
all right, all depots done in the next 45 days.
All depots?
All depots, 45 days. That'll take us to January. You guys are set for calendar call in March, and any motions that need to get filed, it's not going to give you a whole lot of time. So that's why I'm giving you a short amount of time to get this done. You have to do a lot of work on this case, but if the other 2 are done, it's time to wrap this one up too. And I'll set a case management conference to ensure that everything's been done sometime in mid-January. I want you to contact my judicial. Well, why don't you check the website? I think mid-January is open right now for UMC, and you're to set that. All right. So as far as today, I guess there's no motion pending, but I will need an order compelling all depositions be concluded in the next 45 days. Order submitted to me in the next 48 hours, and setting a case management conference in mid-January. Mr. Lustig, can you get that to me?
Perfect.
All right. Is there anything else I need to address?
That's all for the plaintiff, Judge.
Okay.
Yes. For the defense, no, Your Honor, just for the defense, just with client holidays and so forth. I know that it's 45 days, so there should be a day in there that we can get it done. But I just was curious about that, because I know, like, they work for the city, they might have their 2 weeks that they take, and so I know that there's some busy schedules. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Phoenix Package and Logistics versus Aaron White.
Good morning, Your Honor. Corinne Rosner on behalf of Plaintiff Phoenix Package.
I think you're the only person present right now.
Yes, Your Honor. They haven't shown for the last few hearings,
All right,
but I did send it by mail as well as email through the portal.
so it's 31655.62 and 676. Your request is granted. Please send me an order.
Okay, I'll be sending you the final default judgment, Your Honor.
Correct.
Thank you very much for your time.
Have a great day. Green Acres Health and Rehab versus Larry Hawkins.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeanette Lugo on behalf of the defendant, Andres Montez.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Netburn on behalf of the plaintiff, Green Acres Health and Rehab, together with Marcy Resnick, also on behalf of the plaintiff, Green Acres.
And Cynthia Simpson Cannon on behalf of the co-defendant, Larry Hawkins, DCPA.
Your Honor, if I may proceed.
Yes.
Your Honor, this is just our motion requesting for a special set hearing. I know pursuant to your procedures that we have to set this motion. It is to set a motion for sanctions pursuant to 57105. I asked for the time overall that I think would be necessary for this, but I do think they would be obviously separate hearings, one regarding entitlement, and if Your Honor were to find there was entitlement to attorney fees, then a separate hearing. So I would say, Your Honor, as to the reason.
The deposition and complying with discovery. So I'm not sure that there's a sense of urgency. We're on a calendar call for March 31st.
I always feel a sense of urgency. That's just my personality. It's true. I'm a stickler for deadlines, and I'm very much go. I think that's just the Marine Corps in me, but there's just always a sense of urgency. I'm going to set you on my December 9th calendar call. At that point, the parties work together, and it's a 10-week time frame. So it's plenty of time to do these depositions and plenty of time to schedule one hearing followed by another hearing. But it'll give you essentially a 10-week time period where I'm going to hear this. And so now you've got to get this done, right? And I think that's the wonderful, beautiful thing about the sense of urgency. it moves things forward. All right, so we're gonna set you for December 9th. It's docket that runs December 19th and February 24th. And during that 10-week period, I'll find 2 one-hour time slots to hear your motion.
So, Your Honor, just so I'm clear, so you said for December, during that 2-week time period, starting from December 9th, there would be
10 week. So December 9th, you're all going to come in and tell me when you're going to be on vacation, what your availabilities are. And then whenever you don't have availability during that 10-week time period, I'm going to call you up for a 1-hour hearing, then I'll call you up for another 1-hour hearing. Keep in mind, I know December 9th is about 10 days out, and there's these depots that got to get done. And so it probably won't take you in the first week or two, maybe not even the first third week. But understand this work's got to get done because I'm going to call you up during that 10-week time period, okay?
Okay. Your Honor, what time is the calendar call?
It'll be 9 o'clock. It's good. I mean, I've got a lot of cases set on that calendar call. There's gonna be a lot of people present, but you never know when I'll call you up and start addressing your case. So anyway, I think the last one was about 2 hours, between 9 and 11 is how long it took me. So,
Your Honor is canceling the calendar call we were presently set for in April, and now we're moving up to December. And the status conferences in February and March, are those still standing, or? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
I see Mr. Netburn nodding his head no.
I understood, Your Honor, to mean that this is in addition to, this is for setting that specific hearings that are upcoming.
No, I didn't realize I'd set you for March.
We're already on a trial calendar, Your Honor.
Okay.
And you've already issued the 2 case management orders.
All right, then I guess I don't need to get that aggressive right now. I'll back off. All right, I'll back off.
Well, thank you, Your Honor. I just was getting confused with whether that was stricken and were rescheduled. So I appreciate the clarification, sir.
I mean, we're all human, and I get really aggressive. I start looking at dates, and I get really, really aggressive with dates. But if I've already set you, I'll back off.
Okay.
Okay. All right, just make sure you get it done before that calendar call date, because if that's the case, I might call you up in the first couple weeks of that calendar call. Because what happens is, the moment you throw a jury into the mix, people start to panic. Everybody's a perfectionist. And so nobody wants to go in the first week. Nobody wants to go, nobody wants to be first. And so generally, it might have time to hear you first or second that week. So make sure you get everything done by calendar call, because probably 4 or 5 days after that, I'll call you up for your first hearing, okay?
Stand by, everyone. Stand by.
Issues that
We are waiting. I do see one of the attorneys in the
be raised at this hearing. I mean, you would hear live testimony at trial
in the background
from all of the witnesses. My instinct.
This is Real News Talk Today with Pastor Robert Carpenter, live from Palm Beach County Courthouse.
Having 2 separate
Stand by.
hearings regarding the underlying facts of this case made more sense to me from a standpoint of judicial economy.
Yeah, no, I'm backing off. I get it. Yeah. I get it.
I'm selling past the sale. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. I was driving hard and fast, and I hit the brakes really hard too. So, all right. So then that's what we'll do. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor. So everything stands as to the calendar call for March 31st, and we'll address everything at that time.
And at that time, I'll also address this hearing. Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Have a good day.
Mark LaRose versus certain underwriters.
Good morning,
Do
Your
you
Honor.
mean Fonrose, Your Honor?
Is it LaRose?
I thought it was Fonrose, but I could be wrong. I may have looked at it.
21
quickly
CA 11734.
You're right. I was confusing this with another case. Anyway, I think the team is here.
Christine Manella on behalf of underwriters.
Joshua Blackstone on behalf of my client, Mr. LaRose.
And we're here on your motion to dismiss. Ms. Rinella?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I'm battling a horrible flu, so you'll have to excuse me.
Stand by in this case with Arnold Williams, Claudius Pratt, L. Martin Wright, representing Anthony Pelt and Tim Hill versus Maurice Roberts, Elizabeth Coleman, Isaac Rowe, and officers of the Fifth Street Church of God. Yes, it's the Church of God suing the Church of God. Stand by for the names will soon come on the docket. You're watching Real News Talk Today with Pastor Robert. Share this right now, subscribe, and let's go.
And we would just ask that they be required to plead their claim with some sort of specificity so that it puts underwriters on notice of what they're actually seeking and what the damages are.
All right, Mr. Blackson.
So the argument, as stated in the motion, is the complaint states no facts concerning the loss allegedly sustained on November 9th, 2020. First of all, I guarantee that this insurance company knows that if the loss was on November 9th, it was a tropical storm at a loss, because we all do this work every day. But that should be pled. But it is pled, Your Honor. It's specifically pled in paragraph 7 of our complaint that on or about the 9th of November, 2020, while the policy was in effect, plaintiff suffered a loss to wit, tropical storm causing direct physical loss to the property. This is a property loss policy of insurance. I don't understand how this insurance company doesn't understand that this lawsuit concerns this claim, which is a claim of loss for property damage, and thus we are seeking indemnity benefits, which is the only property benefit available under Section 1 of the policy. It's clearly not a liability claim and a liability argument. So I'm not, again, having cited the specific loss, having cited the specific claim number under which this insurance company adjusted and denied this claim, I don't know what more they want.
What is the specific loss?
Say again?
What is the specific loss?
It's a tropical storm at the loss, Your Honor. However, as you may remember, under Florida law, we're not required to plead a specific cause. We're required to prove direct physical loss to the property during the policy period, and that's what's been specifically pled.
All right, thank you. No, motion to dismiss is granted, 21 days to refile.
Hey, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
With significantly more specificity.
I'm going to pre-plead it as a deck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Arnold Williams versus
Here we go.
Maurice Roberts.
Showtime.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brandon Cole on behalf of the plaintiffs. Just wanted to let you know, last evening we agreed to an order that will be or has been submitted, so we're not going forward today.
All right. Where's the opposing counsel?
I don't see him here, but we emailed this morning. I just told him I would show up and let you know.
When are you set for trial?
I don't recall, Your Honor. I apologize there. I don't believe we're at issue, though. They filed a counterclaim, and we...
That's okay. You still get a counter call. We'll still give you a counter call. All right, let's see.
You may have for the middle of next year. I'm trying to pull it up.
I remember this case now. I'm pretty sure I gave you some
I believe, yes, I believe you did. I see projected date of trial June 16.
That was the case management order I required you guys to work on last time I saw you. All right, I'm going to set you for calendar call May 26th for a trial docket that runs June 5 through August 11.
You said June 5 through
August 11.
Okay.
So your trial docket, again, June 5 through August 11. Your calendar call is May 26.
Got it, Your Honor.
Wonderful. All right, is there anything, well, I'll look for your order in the queue then. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Stand by. Going to mute this. That was the
Seven Springs of Palm Beaches versus.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this.
Tactic.
One moment. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being so patient. As of course, they were not first on the docket. So let me take this off of getting the feedback there. All right, let's go ahead and review. Let's go ahead and review with what's going on here. One moment, let me just get this screen. So what we have here is that they have scheduled looks like a trial. Okay, the call date is May 26th, 2023. May 26th, 2023, and then the trial will be somewhere between June 5th and August, sometime of 2023. Yes, folks. So this thing has been dragging out since 2016, where Bishop Anthony Pelt of the Church of God in Florida, Cocoa office, he tried to switch the deeds there at the church there at 5th Street, Palm Beach, 5th Street Church of God in West Palm Beach, where he ended up doing a quick claim deed for $10 and put Arnold Williams, L. Martin Wright, and Claudius Pratt on the deed. But let me just pause right here and take a step back. This is after he had already excommunicated Maurice Roberts, Isaac Rowe, Elizabeth Coleman, and a couple other people from the church who were officers on the deed and officers of the church, voted by the church. Well, anyway, it was ruled by the property appraiser back a couple years ago that the deed goes back into the original person's name, which was Maurice Roberts, who was born and raised 78 or 79 years old, born and raised in the church. Now, what has happened is that was strung along to 2021, and it was thrown out, or whatever the case, back in September of 2021. Well, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, Anthony Pelt, the bishop, went back on May 20th of 2022 and refiled again. He had to get rights to the property there at 5th Street Church of God, a church that has not had a mortgage or anything like that for over 40 years. Why? When he's the bishop, they have a pastor, Howard Rowe, and to be quite honest, Howard Rowe who was sitting there has had nothing to do with this as far as being involved. Anthony Pelt has just overstepped him and usurped authority. He just showing up there sometime on Sunday preaching. He doesn't do Wednesday night. Still doing Zoom on Wednesday night, but that's another story. Anyway, but even on that, let's go back and review. Also on the incorporation with Sundays, Anthony Pelt for the last 4 or 5 years now, actually 6 years, maybe 7, has been putting Arnold Williams, Claudius Pratt, L. Martin Wright on the incorporation. Nobody from the local church is on the incorporation with Department of Corporation, sunbiz.org. Now, Anthony Pelt has fraudulently replaced them. Arnold Williams, C.C. Pratt, and Martin Wright were not voted by the members to be the trustees on the property. So here we are. So he refiled that, and with a whole lot of other stuff, and that was May 20th. And then July 26th, there was something else that was filed while you all were at General Assembly. Unfortunately, voting him on the Council of 18, he was doing some more with this, trying to further his own. So this has been going on since 2016. It is the end of 2022. As you heard right there, live from the Palm Beach County Courthouse, Courthouse 46, where there will be a trial. Praise God, hallelujah. There will be a trial. The call date is May 26th, somewhere between June and August of 2023. I know it seems a long way away, but that's all right. Because here's the thing about it. Let's get this straight before we leave here today. Anthony Pelt, at the direction of Dennis Watkins, the chief counsel, and Timothy Mark Hill, the general overseer, is going after this local church property. By the way, pause here. Parenthetically, we want to say Anthony's still having church. His church he started 18 years ago. He's still having a church in a school, elementary school, cafeteria. Doesn't even have the little piece of property he got, a couple parcels of land. He ain't do nothing with it. 18 years pastor, he don't even have a pot nor a window, but he's going after this church that is 100 years old in their property. But I digress. So what is happening is they excommunicated him. He's been taken him to court and got this thing drawn out. Senior citizens, old black people that have born and raised in this church, having to use their retirement, their fixed income, their whatever it is, to try to pay for attorneys because somebody's greedy. The Bible calls them greedy dogs. But anyway, here's where we are. They would not. They excommunicated it. He excommunicated them. They appealed to Tim Hill back in 2016. He said no. 2018, he said no. And here we are 4 years later, still fighting. Well, since they were not inclined or have the spirit to not sue their brother and sister, as a matter of fact, you're showing, to me, it's abuse because you have the power. You're the overseer. You're the presiding bishop and the state overseer, and you suing some of your members that you put out, former members of a local church and the local church. Where's that in the Bible? Huh? Where's it in the Bible? But anyway, so when you get greedy, when you're greedy like that, perspicacious men who are like greedy dogs, all you see is money signs, because we do know the Church of God has become a land management company more than it is a church. Now, that's not to talk about those of you that are doing the work of the Lord on the mission field at your local church. I'm talking about the hierarchy. Literally, it says they're a hierarchy form of government, and that's what they are. They think that they are. You can bring up charges on the pastor, like Ryan Sharp, and they ignore that. But who can bring up charges? How can you bring up charges on the general overseer? How can you bring up charges on the state overseer? Why? You can't, because it's rigged. So anyway, but that's okay. Since they're dealing in fleshly ways and carnal ways, to go into court to deal with something that they started. Remember, Anthony Pelt, the Church of God, they was under the direction of Tim Hill. They are the plaintiffs. They filed it. Maurice Roberts, Deacon Roberts, and Elizabeth Coleman and Isaac Rowe, they are the defendants. They haven't filed anything. All they've been doing is fighting and filing stuff to keep this thing going, so we don't have highway robbery. But here's the thing about it: they won't resolve it. They wouldn't let them when they appealed. They wouldn't let them back into the church. Tim Hill said no. That was 4 years ago. He said no. But yet there are adulterers, there are fornicators, backbiters, lasciviousness, all this stuff. Look at bridge builders. Kevin Cabarrus was found in adultery. License got revoked. Left the church. A couple years later, Tim Hill restored him. Now he's got him up as an international revivalist and consultant, whatever that is. But yet, these people here, because they questioned Anthony Pelt, the state overseer, about did he vet the pastor, Howard Rowe, because when he sent him there, because he has a record of doing things like putting a mortgage on the church and all that stuff and then leaving the church, allegedly. So you got preachers that have been license been revoked for adultery. You got preachers that have been put out of the church because the license was revoked because they committed crimes, white collar crimes. You got those who were accused of child sex molestation in the church. They revoked their license, but guess what? If they're not going to be in prison the rest of their life, they offer a way of restoration. But they didn't do that with the old black folks in West Palm Beach. And I'm still waiting to find out. Does anybody know anybody else in the Church of God that's been excommunicated? I still can't find. I can't find nobody. Oh, bless his name. So we know it's racially motivated. We also know that it is financially motivated. And what's going to happen is the longer they go and don't resolve something that they started because of pride, it's going to trial. Hey, Dennis Watkins, the chief counsel, Tim Hill, Anthony Pelt, hear me. I'm third generation Church of God preacher. I'm a teen talent winner, Lee College alum. So I'm not somebody from off the streets who just walked in here on social media to start something. I'm for real, and I'm legitimate. Hey, We've been asking you, I've been asking you, Dr. Samuel G. Ellis, whom you all know like a thorn in your side. Dr. Ellis has asked, I've asked you. I'm told some of the state councilmen, the former state council, because that state council now built that. But they told him, drop the lawsuit. And Anthony Pelt lied and said, I didn't file no lawsuit. That's because his name not on it. But he did. He was the one who got power attorney gold and all that and put their names on there. But you see now who the plaintiff is. So you going to just hold on to that lie, huh? You just gonna go ahead and not do what the Bible say and sue your own members. So you just gonna go ahead and be a greedy dog and not drop the lawsuit. Anthony, one last time, Tim Hill, Dennis Watkins, drop the lawsuit. Because understand something. Remember, you know, in the movie, and I'm gonna go after this. The movie with Tom Cruise. And he was in the restaurant, the bar, and the young folk was kind of messing with him, and they kept trying to taunt him, and they kept trying to taunt him. He's like, you know. Anyway, so they went outside to fight. It was about 5 of them versus Tom Cruise. And you know what he said before he beat their behinds? He said, remember, you wanted this. Tim Hill, Timothy Mark Hill, Dennis Watkins, Anthony Pelt, Arnold Williams. Remember, you wanted this. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go. Thank you for joining us here live. We are going to edit this out and upload this, just the part that concerns Fifth Street Church of God and this court hearing here. If you want to subscribe to me on Patreon, support this ministry, go to patreon.com/RCTV Network. Also, you can watch me right now on the Roku platform. Just search for the RCTV Network, and we'll be on there preaching and with some special interviews. I'm so glad that you can join us and be a blessing there. It's text updates, 813-303-0151. And if you'd like to donate a seed here today, all this, come on, the Cyber Tuesday, Cyber Monday, Cyber Wednesday, whatever it is. You can go to Cash App, $RCTV Networks with an S. Venmo at Rob Carpenter 2. PayPal, the RCTV Network. And if you have cryptocurrency, you go to Coinbase, you look me up at Rob Carpenter at Rob Carpenter II. This is Pastor Robert L. Carpenter II, coming to you from the RCTV Network in Brandon, Florida, as we leave from the Palm Beach County Courthouse. Trial has been set for 2023. Tim Hill, Dennis Watkins, Anthony Pelt. Let's go. Peace. I'm trying to end this thing and that won't let me. Gotta love technology. Come on here. Come on. Don't you want to go? Come on. Don't you want